Welcome back once again to Venezuela Decides 2024. And in this case, we welcome once again our special envoy, Yunus Soner from Caracas. Yunus, can you hear us? It's a pleasure to have you with us again. Tell us where you are, what's going on over there.
Thank you. Good evening from Caracas. It's a pleasure to be here again. And right now, I'm very close to the presidential palace, the Palacio Miraflores, where people are have started to come together after Jorge Rodriguez, the chief of campaign of Nicolas Maduro, had stated in a press conference that once the National Electoral Council announces the results, he said, you know where we'll come together and you know who will be there. So right now I have one of these persons on my side, and let's ask her why she's here. Buenas noches. ¿Cómo se llama usted?
What's your name?
Hi, my name is Venezuela Carrascal. Why are you here? Because I love my country, and because of the love to my country, I defend this vision that it was told us by our commander, who was Rafael Chavez Frias, but before that was Simón Bolívar, and way before that Jesus Christ. And that's why I'm here for, defending my country, defending my homeland with love and with a lot of vision for our children and teenagers. What are you seeing? What is the threat that you see for the country? What is the concrete threat that you're defending the country from? Today, one more time, the people went out to exercise their right to vote. A right that we have thanks to the liberators, because Venezuela is the homeland of liberators, women and men that understand the times. Venezuela threatened for those that they have hatred in their hearts. Venezuela is threatened by the ones that don't understand that this country is the country that is the most beautiful, most prosperous and rich in the world. And with these elections, and today in the balcony of the people, we are the Venezuelans with a conviction and with love to the homeland.
Thank you. So she said briefly that she's defending her country against hatred. And we see in the background here, if the cameraman follows me, there's a bright light here, and the presidential palace is over there. Here people are already gathering, and interview partner here. Buenas noches.
Buenas noches.
Estamos en vivo. Su nombre, por favor.
Mi nombre es José Luis Trujillo Martínez.
¿Por qué está usted aquí?
En este momento me encuentro
Why are
aquí
you
frente
here?
al Palacio Miraflores.
Today, now we're here in the Miraflores Palace because of the ultra-right. It threatened the power and it threatens the President Nicolas Maduro. Today in these democratic elections and were held, and that proves that they know that they're lost, and they're in the social networks and generating that they're going to come for the Miraflores Palace. But we defend Chavez, we defend Nicolas Maduro, and we're here in the center of power taking care of it. And if the National Electoral Council declares that the opposition won, what would you do? Well, if the National Electoral Council give this declaration, us as revolutionaries, we will respect it, because President Chavez told us to respect the result. And that doesn't mean that the revolution will end. Quite the opposite. Will be threatened, because sometimes are fallen and sometimes you go up. Thank you very much.
He's very sure that Nicolas Maduro has won the victory. But I asked him what he would do if the National Electoral Council declared the opposition candidate, a winner. He said, we would respect that. This is what we learned from Hugo Chavez. We would respect that result, and we would get stronger even afterwards. But that's an important point. So this is a self-confident position, but it is a position that respects the institutionality here in Venezuela, something which is difficult to say of those oppositional candidates who, ahead of the elections, have rejected to sign the according agreement in front of the National Election Council.
Once again, Yunus, it's great hearing from you. It's great knowing what is happening now in the streets of Caracas, and also all the important key elements that you were saying and highlighting with the guests there in the streets, and how important it is to understand the celebration that is taking place in the streets, the celebration of democracy, the willingness and the knowing that everyone there in the streets is waiting for the results and the announcement of the National Electoral Council, and of course going to respect them, and that is what we are awaiting for. Thank you, Yunus.